We recommend using EverWeb version 3.4.2 or higher, for macOS or Windows, to use the features described in this video. In the previous video, we created our first website and became more familiar with how to use EverWeb. In this video we are going to look at how to prepare your photos and images before adding them into your EverWeb-made website. One of the biggest problems photography websites have is that their pages are often very slow to load. The main reason for this is that the size of the photos used is often very large. So, before importing your photos into your website, you will want to optimize them. This will help your pages load faster, as well as keeping your photos at a resolution that best showcases them on the web. Here are some recommendations for preparing your photos before you import them into EverWeb. When choosing the photos to display in your website, you will want to make sure they are optimized properly. As most display devices today are Retina-ready, you can create Retina-ready images for your site. In this way, visitors to your site will see your optimized images in the highest quality possible. In this example, I want to use a photo on my site which is over 16 megabytes in size, 4096 pixels wide, and has a resolution of 600 dots per inch. If I included this and other photos with similar properties, my page loading time would likely be very slow. This is not good for my website traffic, my SEO, or my web server's resources. To solve this problem, I need to first decide how wide I want the photo to be on the page in my site. In my example, I want it to be 400 pixels wide. To do this, I am actually going to make the photo 800 pixels wide, and not 400 pixels wide. When changing the dimensions of your photo, remember to contain its proportions, so that the height of the photo adjusts automatically when you change its width. The reason for making the image 800 pixels wide, and not 400 pixels wide, is so that it will appear in Retina quality. The second thing I can do is reduce the resolution of the image from 600 dpi to 72 dpi, which is all that is needed on the web. You can use Apple's preview software to make these changes on a Mac. In Windows, just open the photo and adjust the settings as you want. If you are using image editing software, use its Export for Web option when saving your edited photo. Remember to save the changed photo as a new file, so you do not overwrite your original photo file. When saving your changes, if your photo is in a PNG file format, you can save considerable file space by exporting it in JPG format instead. When you use the photo on your page in EverWeb, resize it so that it is equal to, or less than, half the original saved size. Use image compression software to further reduce the file size of your photos without any noticeable degradation in image quality. You can find free-to-use image compression software products in your App Store. Often photographers use image editing software to enhance their original photos. Such edits can make the resulting file larger, so be aware of this before importing your edited photo into EverWeb. Most image editing software also include an Export to Web option to help reduce the file size, whilst retaining image quality. Check out your editing software for details on how you can best optimize your images for the web. Giving your photo files good descriptive file names makes them easier for you to locate and catalog in EverWeb's assets list if you have a large number of photos to use in your website. A good descriptive file name is also better for your website's SEO. We recommend renaming your photo files before you import them into EverWeb, if you can, as this is most optimal for your SEO. If you have already imported your photos into EverWeb, you can rename them in the assets list, but this is less SEO efficient. In the next video we will cover the ways in which you can import your photos into EverWeb.